Happy Wednesday, everybody. At least you should be watching this video on Wednesday. Okay, so today's Wednesday's assignment is you are going to solve one of these challenge problems. These challenge problems are great at making you think of the mathematical or numerical relationships of values. And these are really basic algebraic equations that you have to solve. But they really are kind of a mystery. So I want you to think of yourselves as detectives, and you're going to be given some clues, and you're going to use those clues to solve your mystery. Okay? Try to make a game of it. All right? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the steps that I expect you to take in order to solve these. First of all, you're going to be given 3 different challenges. You only have to solve one. You get to pick the one that you want to solve. But on the challenge you solve, you have to find the numerical value for each of the pictures that are on your challenge. And you have to solve and record the steps for each equation and prove each equation is correct and the values that you found are correct. If you mix up your equations and I can't figure out which equation you're solving, I will not give you credit and ask you to resubmit it. So please make sure you solve these in order, you clearly label everything, and that I can follow your steps, okay? So this one has another little part that doesn't show up very well, is ultimately I'm trying to figure out what the shark is. And I'm going to use all these clues to get down here and figure out what the shark is. The first thing that I do when I'm solving one of these is I make what's called a key or a legend. I want to find the numerical value for each one of these. And so I'm going to go ahead and say, well, I have a dolphin, and it's going to be represented by a D. I'm going to find its value. I have a shark, and it's going to be represented by an S. I have a fish, and I represent that with an F. And then I have a whale, and that's going to be W. And then I just go ahead and I start solving these equations one at a time. Now, I might not be able to go in order in solving, because I can tell you right now where I have my first equation, that is a dolphin increased by a dolphin reduced by a shark has to equal fish. There is no way, I don't have enough information to solve this one yet. The only thing I can do is do what's called combine like terms. If I have a dolphin and a dolphin, what I really have is 2 dolphins. Okay, and that is all I can do right now on equation 1. Don't get stuck on an equation. If you look at it and there's no way to solve it, skip it and jump down to the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump down to equation 2. And notice each time I'm copying the equation, but I can't draw. So I'm using my shorthand here in place of that. So here I now have 3 multiplied by a fish. Notice I'm copying the equations down exactly as written, other than I'm choosing to use my shortened label. Now, I hope you're looking at this one, and I hope some of you are going, oh man, I already know the answer to that one. Great. If you do, solve it out. If you're not seeing it, this is where we learn about our fact families. So I know if 3 multiplied by some number equals 33. I know that 33 divided by 3 has to equal that same number. This is a fact family, and this is what I'm talking about, is understanding the relationship in values. If 3 multiplied by some value equals 33, then 33 divided by that 3 is going to give me that same value. And I hope at this point you're going, oh, I know 33 divided by 3, that's 11. So the fish should equal 11. Now you can't stop here. Your job is to go back to this equation and prove that that 11 works. So instead of this F, I'm going to plug in that 11. And what I want to do is prove that both sides are balanced. 3 multiplied by 11 is 33. Oh, I do have a balanced equation, so that at 11 for the fish should be correct. All right, I've solved equation 2, and I figured out the value for the fish. Now, that helps me to go back up here And I can go back up here and go, well, I know that 2 dolphins reduced by a shark better equal that fish, and I found that fish is 11. So hey, I got a little bit of that one solved. Yay! Okay, so now I'm going to go on to equation number 3. And equation number 3 is a fish subtracted by a whale should equal 7. Well, I just found out what a fish is. So I'm going to go into this equation and I'm going to plug back in that value that I found for the fish. I'm going to go 11 subtracted by that whale better give me a 7. And again, at this point, I hope some of you are going, wow, I totally know the answer. But again, if you don't know the answer, that's okay. Again, we go back to the fact families. I know that 11 subtract some number equals a 7. 11 subtracted by 7 should also equal that number. And I can also think of it as 7 added to an unknown number equals 11. These are all members of the same fact family. And so now I can choose any one of these to solve. Okay, let's go and say, well, 7 increased by what gives me 11? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that looks like it should be 4. 7 increased by 4. Oh, that looks true. So I think the whale equals 4. Let's see if that's true. 11 subtract 4 should equal 7. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh my goodness, my equation is a balanced on both sides. So I know now that a whale equals 4. Don't put in that 7 because that 7 is not what the whale equals. The whale equals 4. Don't go down here and put that one in. Okay, so I did 1, I did 2, I did 3. Let's go here to 4. Equation number 4. Okay. I know that a dolphin subtract 3 equals a whale. Well, I go back up here to my key and I go, well, I know a whale is 4. So a dolphin subtract 3 should equal 4. Fact family again. I just need to solve this fact family. So I know that some number subtract 3 has to equal 4. Well, I know from the fact family that if I take 3 and 4 and add them together, that should equal my unknown. Again, looking for those fact families and those relationships that I can solve. So I know 3 and 4 is 7. I do believe that a dolphin should equal 7. Let me go down and prove it. Notice I'm solving each one of my equations. When I think I have the answer, I put it back in to see if it's true. 7, 6, 5, 4. Does 4 equal 4? Yep. Looks like equation 4 is done. Now equation 5 is, I just need to figure out the shark equals question mark. So here's where I have to go back up to my first equation. And remember, I now that I know that the fish equals 11, all I'm going to do is go, this can be a dolphin, and I have 2 of them, a dolphin and a dolphin. Subtract a shark should equal 11. 7 and 7 is 14. Subtract a shark equals 11. I need to know my fact family now. Some number subtracted from 14 should equal 11. So I know that a shark plus 11 should equal 14. Fact family. Okay. I also know that 14 subtract 11 should give me that shark. So whichever one of those is easiest for me to solve. 11. And what do I add to 11 to get 14? 11, 12, 13, 14. Looks like shark equals a 3. 14 subtract 11. Does that equal 3? I think a shark is a 3. Let me find out. 14 subtract 3. I'm solving my equation. 14 subtract 3, 11 equals 11. So I go back down here. Shark has to equal, what did I say? A shark equals 3. And I've now solved it. I solved each one of my equations. I proved that each of them was correct. And in my legend here, I have provided the answer. And that's all we need to do. Yay!